Over 3.5 minutes it took, didn't it, for them to decide?
It was ridiculous.
The goal should be disallowed with offside.
Listen, I've sat in our studios and said football deserves the right decision if it takes 4 minutes over a wrong decision in 4 seconds. But as you watch this one play out, and depending on what feed you got, you saw the VAR moving the lines on the field to make a correct decision. It just looked like amateur hour. How the lines were having to be moved and redrawn, and it seemed as though they're still getting to know and understand the technology. I think the other aspect of this is you have to factor in a certain error. There has to be a degree of error about this because you're using television photos that are by nature individual snapshots that you roll quickly around each other, that you are using a line, that it does take, you know, if you and I are drawing lines to the edge of Dyer's knee, let's say, we might have it positioned slightly differently. So to have us take that long over something that still has a certain degree of error about it because of the technology and because of human application of it, I think is doing a disservice to the game.
What's weird, just last week, Firmino armpit.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of, why is it like this? Why wasn't just a little memo sent around to the referees, look, if it's close like this, just stick with the on-field decision? Where's the common sense in that?
And that's the thing for me, and it seems totally devoid of any common sense and any logical application of it.
Yeah.
And I continue to make this point. I was part of the advisory panel when we were first discussing it, and the referees stated what they wanted and how they wanted it done. And in particular, and I'll continue banging on this drum, they wanted the referees on the field to be the final authority on decisions. Yet you're not seeing that. And I think that takes away from the referees' overall authority, because now it doesn't really matter what you on the field with the whistle says.
Yeah.
It only matters what the guy upstairs says. And I think you're stripping the referee of his authority. What I would like to see done is, and now is as good a time as any, with the international break coming up, sit down with the referees, ask them what they want, ask them what support they need from VAR, ask them about the language that they'd like to see used in explaining VAR, and stick with that. Because everything for me seems to be about a reaction to what fans and what the media says. And I think that is that's putting the cart before the horse. The most important person in this picture is the referee. VAR is here to support the referee, not explain decisions to the fans or the media, not to appease managers on the sidelines. They're there to support the referee, make them an integral part of the decision and how it's used. I just don't think they've done that.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.